Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, and I'm taking care of business. Joining me today is Greg Kwong, who is Executive Vice President and Regional Managing Director for CBRE, based here in Calgary. Greg, CBRE put out the Canada Real Estate Market Outlook for 2022. Let's talk about the different classes of commercial real estate in the city, and let's start off with office. What do you guys foresee for the office market in the city this year?
Yeah, and we're for the first time in about 5-6 years, we're seeing a little bit of optimism as it relates to chewing away at some of this large vacancy we have. No one is expecting it to get back to a stabilized 8% market anytime soon, but I truly believe that we're kind of at bottom. I don't expect it to get to 40%, and but we're kind of dredging along the bottom. So with that flatlining, I think the optimism is certainly supported, and as well, with oil companies seeing oil trading at over $100 a barrel, they're all having good cash flow months, and what we haven't seen though is just the hiring that should occur due to this growth.
Well, when you look at the office market and the occupancy or whatever, how big of a factor is the fact that in Alberta, for example, where we're back in going back to work, right? The government signaled that here as of March 1st, we're all good to go back to work, right? Is that going to be playing an important role for the market coming forward?
Absolutely. I think I would suspect close to 80% of the office tenants in the downtown core are working from home over the last 2 years. There was still a trickle of about 20% that were still working throughout the whole time. Just that optimism and getting back to the office, starting to collaborate with your fellow employees, face to face in 3 dimensions. Going to lunch with clients and customers and your friends, all that is just going to generate a bunch of enthusiasm to obviously to get back to work in the city for sure. Whether it translates into growth of office demand, we're not sure yet. It's too early to tell, but it is a good step forward for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about investors. Are there many investors out there that are kind of poised to jump into the Calgary market from the office perspective if opportunities arise?
Yeah, absolutely. We're not seeing demand from every level of the capital stack, but just by some of the trades that we've announced over the last 12 months and some of the projects we're working on right now, we're going to see some more trades, mostly from the private equity side and private capital. We haven't seen a lot of institutional investment yet, but certainly there is a level of activity that we haven't seen, a high level of activity that we haven't seen in 3 to 4 years in the downtown core.
Okay, let's talk industrial. That market continues to move along at a great pace. And any changes there that you foresee this year in that market?
Yeah, we expect more of the same as far as demand from the e-commerce side of the business. We certainly see a lot of construction projects going up and being announced. I think what's being exacerbated though is this poor supply chain for materials. So we're if you talk to any developer, they're having trouble getting 4-inch screws and 50-foot span steel beams and things like that. So I think that will slow down construction a little bit, but at the same time, demand, I think we expect it to stay fairly strong in that sector.
Okay, super. Let's look into the tech center and the data centers. We've had a lot of announcements in Calgary and in the past year. Is that kind of a wave of the future for the city, and especially the downtown core when it comes to space?
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely see more demand from that side of the tech sector. That industry tends to cluster. So if you see one company, in this case it was AWS who made the big announcement last year, come here, you're going to see more. it'll create jobs. It'll create high-paying jobs, which is great. Unfortunately, though, most of those companies won't go downtown. They'll stick to the suburbs and rural regions just because of the size of space, floor plate size, things like that that they need.
Okay, then. So, but still good news for the office market in general, then.
Yeah, we need to get people back to work. We still have one of the highest unemployment rates in Canada, and that ultimately is the biggest issue. We need people back to work.
Okay, super then. Thanks, Greg, for joining us again today.
Mario, nice talking to you.
All right, super. That's Greg Kwong, Executive Vice President and Regional Managing Director for CBRE. I'm Mario Toneguzzi. This has been Taking Care of Business. Thanks for joining us today.